Hi guys, so in today's video I wanted to do an update on this case of the St. Elizabeth teacher that was shot in front of the school that she worked at, and this story is coming from Nationwide. So it said, Ian Robinson, the man who last week turned himself into St. Elizabeth police after being listed as a person of interest, has been charged with the murder and conspiracy to commit murder in connection with the killing of a taxi driver 2 years ago. Robinson is the relative of a man who is also being investigated in the connection with the murder of the school teacher Chantel Smith. Miss Smith, 28, was shot and killed 2 weeks ago outside the Sandy Bank Infant School in St. Elizabeth. One of the two men who opened fire at her as she was about to enter the schoolyard. After Smith was killed, the police listed Domaine Robinson as a person of interest in connection with her murder. The investigation took a turn yesterday when Robinson was charged in connection with a July 22nd, 2019 incident where it was reported that about 6:15 p.m. a 41-year-old taxi operator, Owain Dwayne Day, was gunned down in Southfield, St. Elizabeth. The deceased taxi operator was reportedly parked in the town square when two men approached him. One of them then reportedly pulled a firearm and shot him several times to the chest. He was rushed to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. 28-year-old Robinson, who is also known as Domaine Miles and Lizard, was charged following an interview in the presence of his attorney. His court date is being arranged. The police say Robinson remains in custody as they continue their investigation into another case. Nationwide News understand that the police are theorizing that Robinson was involved in the murder of the taxi driver, may have committed the act on behalf of a relative. The taxi driver was reportedly alleged to have been in a relationship with Miss Smith, which reportedly angered the relative of Robinson. So a lot of people were theorizing from the beginning that this was a hit because she was right at the school, so this was definitely a hit. She's a teacher. Like, no one in Jamaica are going to kill a teacher without just reason, without just cause. And a lot of people were also theorizing that the person that she was with had a lot to do with it, and there you go, there is some evidence as to why. So condolence goes to this lady's family, and obviously these two men that they have locked up, they seem to be people that don't need to be in our society anyways. So I hope they finish their investigation and finish it strong, because women are not property, okay? Men don't own a woman. So if a woman wants to date somebody else, it's her business. If she wants to end the relationship, it's her business. It's her right to do so. We're not property. No one owns us. And men really need to start realizing. One thing I have to say that I realize now is that a lot of men are not emotionally intelligent. They are more on the logical spectrum. So a lot of men, I feel like, because they're not emotionally savvy, they're not emotionally healthy, they're not emotionally logical, when they put their all into a relationship, it causes them to lose their mind and let them do stuff that they wouldn't normally do outside of a relationship. So women need to be very wary when you are dealing with men. Make sure that they have some emotional intelligence. Make sure that they are okay with however a relationship pans out, whether it pans out great, you get your white picket fence, you get your ring, you get your marriage and your baby carriage, or if it doesn't pan out good and you guys separate and go your separate ways, make sure the person you're with is able to handle that also. And like I've said in a lot of my videos, I feel like we as women, we are responsible for the men that we choose. So we need to be picking our partners differently. We need to do our due diligence as far as picking our partners. And a lot of the things that we don't see coming, we see it when it's too late. And we as women need to do a better job at seeing those red flags. Jamaican women are second in the world to be killed by their partners, and this is in the world. This is not just in the Caribbean. This is not just in the Western Hemisphere. This is in the world. So something needs to be done. There needs to be some form of rule, laws, and legislation that is put into place where men know that if they do stuff like this, they're not going to get the bare minimum penalty. Their penalty are going to be severe. Their penalty are going to be hard labor. Something needs to be put into law to deter these men from taking women's lives when they say they want to leave these relationships, because in the grand scheme of things, no one wants to lose their life over a relationship you no longer want to be in at all. And it goes both ways for a man and for a woman. So something has to be done. Also, I'm sure that these kids that actually heard these gunshots when she died are traumatized for life. Those kids are going to need therapy. Those kids are going to need some form of barrier. Something is going to be needed to be done to those kids, especially kids that she was interacting with every single day. So that's all I have to say. Comment what your thoughts are in the comment section. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to your girl. Comment, share, and subscribe to your girl, and I'll see you in the next one. Deuces.